Hi guys, Dave here from Wolf in the Wild Survival. This is another edition of Budget Bushcraft. We are testing out the SOL, Survive Outdoors Longer, Survival Blanket. There always comes a time when no matter what you do, you just can't get a fire lit, and you still have to stay warm. Some of us carry these Mylar blankets, some of us carry hand warmers, you know, those little packages with the iron filings in them or whatever. You shake them up and they heat up. Most of us are generally fairly prepared. We layer up our clothing so that we can keep warm as long as we keep moving. But you can't always keep moving, and those hand warmer, foot warmer packs really only last so long. So a decent survival blanket is invaluable if you're lost in the woods. So let's have a look around, hike in a little bit more, and find a place that we can do this. One thing about living in London, Ontario, and trying to find good places to camp and film and whatnot is very rarely do you ever go to a place where people haven't been. Now, London is called the Forest City for a good reason, but the population density, the amount of people that do like to get into the woods, it's almost impossible to find a place that has been untouched by human hands in some way, shape, or form. Case in point, I found somebody's, I don't know, little camp area or whatever. There's some beer bottles and a wine bottle and a chair. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this thing back in the bag if I open it. This is pretty tight. I don't know if I should risk this. Well,
yeah,
we'll see. Alright, test number one. You're lost in the woods, you don't have a fire, all you have is your SOL survival blanket. Okay. Oh, before test number one, on the back here it says expect the unexpected. So it can be used as a shelter, a ground tarp, a gear cover, a rescue litter, an emergency blanket, a load hauler, a picnic blanket, or for signaling. As a rescue litter. This thing has to be tough for that. 6 reinforced grommets, and ultralight, it weighs 11.3 ounces or 320 grams. Not bad. Now, rescue litter. I'm sure a lot of you by now know that I am not a fan of the SOL products. I don't call them Survive Outdoors Longer, I call them shit out of luck. but this does look promising. So, first of all, we need to loose some layers. That's all I'm losing. Boo! Okay, it's cold. I didn't feel the cold when I had those on, but it's cold. So, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to really cool off, and then I'm going to open this up and give it a try. So I'm about as chilled as I'm going to get right now, I think. Oh. Nope. Nope. Out of the package, it smells a little bit like stale beer. Weird. All right. So it's about, what is that, 5 feet? By about 7. 5 by 7. Reinforced grommet there, there, and there. And some on the other side matches. That smell. Oh. Air this thing out, I think. Okay, so like on my hands, the part that's touching my skin, you can, you still feel the cold, but on where my clothes are, where it's not right up against my skin, you can actually feel it reflecting warmth back at me. It's not a huge difference, but in the wind and the rain, it would definitely be helpful. All right, let's try this in a crouched position. For a guy who's 6 feet tall, 210 pounds-ish, it could be just a bit bigger. An extra foot on either side would definitely be nice. But not really a lot of fat guys in the woods, I imagine. Noticeable difference. So yeah, for body heat, it is definitely a noticeable difference. Tougher than I thought it would be. I'll give it that. Like, even pulling it doesn't really stretch. I don't imagine it would be very puncture resistant, so I wouldn't want to use it to carry firewood like it was sort of saying on the package. But well, it says it's pretty good for like a shelter. So I'm pretty sure I have some paracord on me. Let's string this up into sort of a shelter formation, light a fire, and see how the heat reflective qualities on this thing really is. So it's wintertime in Canada, everything is frozen. So we got some logs as a base to keep everything up off the ground so that the moisture and the cold doesn't kill the fire. Now I have some of these little thread cotton pieces of rope kind of idea. I can't even remember exactly what. I think I got them from the SOL kit that I reviewed like a year ago or something. What did I do with that little bag? Right there. Between the logs. Ah. Yep. You gotta keep track of your stuff all the time. I'm kind of bad for that. Alright, so we're going to get this going a fair bit. And then I'm going to string some paracord up and I'm going to hang the SOL survival blanket near to the fire in sort of a lean-to configuration to see just how well it reflects the heat of a good campfire. So on a heat reflective standpoint, it's not really all that bad. It could be a bit better. Could be a little bit longer, a little bit wider, so that maybe you could tuck in the sides and kind of close yourself in a little bit more. That'll definitely hold the heat better. So 2 probably would be good. Also, there's no floor, so sitting on the cold, hard ground that's frozen, I'll just take the package, put it under my rump. There we go. Help keep me a little drier. Won't be much for sleeping on, but I'd have to say I'd rather have it than not have it. That's my 2 cents of the whole thing. It's better than nothing, and it's pretty rugged. Okay, so that last one put just the tiniest little hole, so it's not very puncture resistant, but for the size that it is, the things basically that it's meant to do, I'd have to say it's a pass. And I think this is probably the first SOL product I've actually passed, so not too bad. Not too bad. So I paid 25 or 30 bucks for it, Canadian, at Canadian Tire. So all in all, I think it's worth the money. I call it a pass. Yeah. So that's that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.